What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Some Kind of Podcast. This is a podcast where we entertain you by discussing what entertains us. I'm this week's host, Cody, and I'm here as always with my two co-hosts, Christian.
Hey.
And Tim.
Ew.
Real quick, not even like a planned part of the episode. What did you guys think of Mortal Kombat?
I mean, for what it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I knew exactly what it was going to be. Well, I didn't know exactly what it was going to be, but like, I had a feeling.
You had an idea.
Yeah, I kind of knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Walking into it, it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't say, it was one of those ones like if you just want a movie to like just watch, that's just like an action flick, you watch that one. Turn your brain off for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole entire, I guess we can kind of get into a little bit. So minor spoilers here if you haven't seen Mortal Kombat, but I mean, around like an hour and 20 minutes into it, I was like, I don't think they're gonna do this tournament they keep talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they didn't. So I was right. Like they keep talking about this tournament.
I mean, they sort of did it. Like, again, spoilers. Like the whole like Raiden like putting them, one-on-one or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's very video game like. They're on a stage and they're fighting. But
I watched it with my roommate, and who knows more about Mortal Kombat than I do, and he was like, "Oh, that's really cool," and all that stuff. And I was like, "I don't." Sure, yeah.
I mean, I played the old Mortal Kombat's when it was less like ridiculous combination with the joystick and buttons, and you gotta like, rotate the joystick a quarter of an inch to the left and then a quarter of an inch to the right, and then press X and square and L2 at the same time to do one thing. That's where they lost me. When it was just push this red button, and then move the joystick left and right. Like that was it. The
whole point of Mortal Kombat is to do those awesome fatalities, which were really hard to do back in the day for some reason.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm all for it. But now it's ridiculous. Like you need to do trigonometry to pull shit off, and it's just.
I don't know. I've never been much of a fighting game person anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the best I've ever done was like the DBZ, like Budokai games and stuff like that. That's the most I've ever been invested into a fighting game. So, I mean, for a movie that's based off of very little storyline, because let's face it, even the best fighting games don't have that much storyline to it. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I'd
watch it again.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think any movie based off a game is kind of notorious for being kind of bad. So I feel like if you're comparing it on the spectrum of the typical movies based on games, I think it was superior to most. I think it was done really well. There's a lot of money put into it. Storyline, it was still kind of meh, in my opinion. Apparently, I guess like the main character in the movie is new to the franchise. Like he's not from the games or anything.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Not.
And since I was going into the movie kind of unaware of the background, the plot, and the character development of all the people from the games, I didn't really know. I was like, is this guy gonna become Scorpion? Like, what's gonna happen here? Or is he gonna like reincarnate Scorpion? Because I thought he was gonna like pick up the dagger and then just become Scorpion or something like that.
I had the same thought. I was like, is he just like the armor? And then he picked up the dagger and put it behind his like in his belt, and I was like, oh, is he just gonna like blah, and it's gonna come out of the armor, and he's just gonna be like, oh well, he's Scorpion now.
Yeah.
Did you ever give him a name, like an actual like? Not. I know his character has a name, like like
Jax. No.
Huh?
Was it Jax?
I don't think he has an official like short abbreviated character hero name or anything.
Okay.
I think it's just his person name that they just kept him with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like I've always known and I've heard from people that are really invested in fighting games and love the franchise that there is like a lot of plot, there is a lot of like actual thought and effort put into the backstories behind all those characters, but playing the game itself, it doesn't really explore any of that. I guess there's like lore books and stuff out there where you can actually read into like actually what happens with all the characters and how they got to where they are and how they lost this arm or whatever, kind of like they showed in the movie with Jax.
That's right, he was Jax.
But I guess playing fighting games never appealed to me because like if I'm going to actually devote any sort of time to playing a game, I want a plot, I want character development, I want like a story. And so just playing one match after another just kind of gets really old for me fast.
Yeah.
I mean, even with Smash, I can only do that for so long. So
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I guess Smash Bros would probably be a good one. I forgot about that. I don't even consider that a fighting game though. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, I know it
It's
is, but
because
it's
it's
just like,
simple. It's because it's
just like I don't consider
it's like
Pokemon anime. I guess.
yeah. Well, no, you caved on that, so I'm not gonna let you live that down.
No, I mean before,
I know.
what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Shut up.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with there. Where would you guys rank this in like your video game movie?
It's
like,
it's at the top of video game movies for sure.
like number one?
I'm trying to think of all the other ones that exist.
Me, Sonic was the best one.
Actually, yeah, that's fair. I think Sonic. I forgot about Sonic. Sonic is definitely, I think, number one.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know necessarily about like the actual specific order for me, but within my top 5 is definitely Sonic the Hedgehog, Ratchet and Clank movie, and Mortal Kombat. And then there's probably some other ones, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the order.
Mortal Kombat's definitely in the top 5 for me. Clay and I were talking about it off of Mike before you joined us, Christian, that apparently it's already been greenlit for a sequel.
Yeah, I saw somewhere that was a thing.
Okay, so are they already greenlit, or are they waiting to see how well it does profit wise?
Let's obviously that's with a grain of salt because there's been a lot of things that have been greenlit for sequels that never came to fruition. Looking at Tron 3.
Yeah, Tron 3, the Airbender movies were greenlit. Book 2 and 3 were greenlit.
Yeah.
They had the whole Divergent series that was greenlit, and then they didn't even finish it because it did poorly.
So
tentatively, it's scheduled for a sequel, which I mean, I'd watch it. I thought this one was. They said it's in my top 5 for video game movies. I don't know if it would rank even in my top 20 for actual movies.
Oh, probably not. But
no. But I'd watch a sequel if they came out with another one. I thought it was, I thought it was deserving of a sequel. I mean, it looks like the people that if you compare it to like the one that came out in like the 90s or whatnot, the people that actually made this movie, you could tell that they kind of cared about it in some way.
Yeah, I mean, like I think even just going outside of like the video game conversation, like I would put it in the same group of films as like Fast and the Furious franchise, any monster movies, Pacific Rim. Like they're entertaining and I love to watch them, but they're not good.
Literally, almost verbatim what I said to Tim yesterday. I was like,
really.
Yeah, he definitely was like, I compare it to the Fast.
I was like, look, if I had to give it to like a franchise, like to compare it to, it'd be Fast and Furious because like
Fast and Furious movies would actually, some of them would probably make like my top.
Well, no, I agree. The same for me.
Does not.
I literally just bought them on 4K and watched all 8 of them. So like, I feel you, but on a spectrum of like, it's really dumb but really entertaining. It fits.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, like,
I thought Mortal Kombat had way more humor than I expected.
What was that movie that you and Steven liked that I hated?
Oh, I never saw that actually. I thought you were talking about Strange Wilderness, but that was Christian.
No, it's Christian. I like Strange Wilderness.
Don't watch it. Oh,
I would liken it to Gods of Egypt, where it's like I probably like Gods of Egypt because I saw it, but it looked terrible.
I don't even remember what Gods of Egypt was.
It had Jamie Lannister in it.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
I remember seeing advertisements for it, but I don't think I saw it either.
I don't even remember the name. So I mean,
so
my brain's a little pickled these days. So honestly, it's possible.
Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever.
But
I swear you saw it and you liked it, but yeah, you have the trope of liking every movie you ever see. So
thanks, Coop.
Who's Coop?
Hang on, I'm gonna look up. Okay, Gods of Egypt. Have I seen?
I'm sure you've seen at least like.
I swear you and Steven went and saw this movie together.
Oh, we were supposed to, and I never got a chance to.
Okay.
Because it has Gerard Butler in it.
Yeah, it had like some big names in it, but it just wasn't any good.
And Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
but I never got to see it.
And Nicholas Kloster Waldo or whatever.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, I did not see that one. I know Steven did, and I think he did like it.
I know he liked it,
yeah.
But Steven has also admitted that he likes bad movies. So
well, and that's the thing. Like, I like bad movies, but like the bad movies that I like that are like genuinely bad, I watch them because like I need something stupid to watch. Like It's like, I need to feel better about myself, so I'm going to watch Dragon Ball Evolution. Because that
The
movie is
worst movie of all
so
time.
bad.
Up there with Speed Racer.
Yeah. So
Um,
bad.
But yeah. So anyway, back to
Sorry, Christian. You were
no,
saying?
you're good. You're good. What you were saying before, Tim, though, is that like about being greenlit for sequels, and they definitely set that up at least because I mean they have
Oh,
the tease
yeah.
at the end,
Oh,
With
yeah.
bringing
Johnny
in
Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Almost said Nicolas Cage. Not gonna lie,
I did
because
too.
but yeah. So I guess that because I read an article on it. I guess there was like an interview with the director producer of the movie and saying that like I guess the character style and like the personality of Johnny Cage from the games is almost like point for point exactly what's like the weird like psycho military guy Kato. I think.
Kato?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to have two of like the exact same personalities in the film, so they chose to like hold Johnny Cage back and then go all four in on that character, which I mean spoilers, he's dead. So I guess they'll bring him in for the second one.
Oh, Kato. Yeah.
Kato,
Yeah.
yeah, Johnny Cage is a very arrogant asshole, but like he's not like Kato where he's like evil douchebag. He's just arrogant Hollywood actor.
Mm-hmm.
It would actually be really great if they cast Nicolas Cage. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
I think he's a little too old.
I mean, probably, but like either that or someone that can pull it off, like, and be funny doing it. Like, I don't even know. Like Tom Cruise, maybe. Like it would
Tom
have to
Cruise
be
is
somebody big, you know.
Tom Cruise would probably get a pick. I mean, for all I know, his character Johnny Cage is like modeled off of Tom Cruise. For all I know, I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's just like I could see Tom Cruise only because he did Tropic Thunder.
I mean, he's not much younger than Nick Cage, though. So
Yeah, but he
Maybe, I
aged
don't
better
know.
than Nick Cage.
true.
Like John Cena.
I'm
Well, I could see that.
I
now.
could
That's
see it.
real. I mean, especially if like they actually got a bigger budget, they could probably get Cena to do
Yeah, he's in Fast and Furious. You know, why not? They're gonna be in space in Fast 10.
it. They're flying cars now, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They literally have rocket vehicles flying up to planes in the ninth in the trailer. Like I wish I
know.
was making that up.
I know. What will they think of next?
Space.
No,
It's
I know
literally
that.
all they can do is
I
space.
know that's eventually where they're going is space.
It's just like Final Fantasy 14. They're like, what
Can't
can
wait
we
to
do? Well, let's go to the
Drive
moon.
like zero gravity cars in space and some
yeah.
still
100%. They're gonna be drifting like moon buggies. It's gonna happen. All right, let's move on. Real quick, what you guys been playing and watching other than Mortal Kombat?
Hi, Christian.
So not a lot. I'm kind of coming to a close on my final semester in school, so I've been really hectic busy trying to catch up and finish on assignments. But yeah, I mean, I've watched Mortal Kombat, watched latest episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which we'll talk about in a bit. I've started to kind of toss around the idea of getting back into Final Fantasy 14, so I joined you guys online there for a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. We'll see in a couple weeks once I'm done with school. It might be a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped playing Cozy Grove, kind of lost interest there after my big fiasco with the data corruption file.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'll do it. I still haven't played Star Ocean until the end of time for that reason.
You know, and I honestly don't think I've been playing much else. I mean, I'm looking forward to Pokemon Snap coming out this next Friday.
I
I'm
thought
sure I'll
you
play that for
canceled
like.
that.
Huh?
I thought you canceled it.
No, I'm still getting it. No, I'll always buy it. Anything that comes out, any game that comes out, it's got the Pokemon name on. I'll buy it on launch day. I don't care.
One playing it now, bro.
Yeah, you are the
Oh,
only
did you
one
cancel
playing
it too?
Yeah, I mean, I had to have an honest conversation with myself after, speaking of the last episode with backlog games. I have too much stuff, and Pokemon Snap it would be something I would just go to the wayside. I'd never play it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I'll get it and I'll play it for like a couple hours, and I'll be like, cool, and then I'll put it in my bookshelf. And
That was a fun $60.
Yeah, I had to have that honest conversation with myself, and I was just like, I gotta cancel it.
Yeah. I was just like, the nostalgia's there, sure. Like, I mean, I loved Snap when I was little, It was fun. It was just like, oh, sweet, it's a Pokemon. Here's a berry, and yay, I can take a picture. But now it's like all I see is a game of taking screenshots. Like it's
Yeah.
photo mode the game,
Yeah.
and
I mean, it could be a lot of fun. I don't know, but
I mean, little honest critique, even from someone who's committed to buying it, I do think the $60 price point is way too high. Like this game should have been probably like 30
stupid too
bucks.
high. But it's Pokemon, and like
Yeah.
you said,
You
like
can
you
buy it.
just said, if it has that Pokemon label on it, you're gonna buy it, and you
It's
are not
literally-
the only one.
also we got to realize that it's probably a game meant for children.
Oh, it is.
so-
What?
I mean,
Okay,
Pokemon in
but
general
to
is
be
meant for
fair,
children.
Pokemon. Yeah, I was gonna say Pokemon in general is aimed at children.
Um,
There's
yeah,
a reason the main character is still like 12.
yeah. We don't watch the show anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we
don't
got
either.
that.
But
We got that RPG coming out, and
oh, I'm gonna play the
Expansion.
holy bejesus out of it. But
no, I'm just saying, like, I think that target audience definitely is. I think we talked about this before. Like, that is an older crowd that game
yeah,
is targeted towards.
I think we've mentioned it. Yeah, I definitely hope.
Did a whole episode on it.
I hope that
Go
it's
back and watch 25 years of Pokemon.
yeah. I hope it's a step forward for them. It's that risky step they need to take.
Yeah.
Tim, what you been doing?
So I've been playing the aforementioned Final Fantasy 14. I've gotten really into it. I'm hoping to maybe do some like stuff for the channel on it sometime soon because I'm really into it, and that's kind of what I want to play right now. So might as well kill two birds with one stone and try to do some sort of content for people to hopefully enjoy. So I've been doing that. That's really all I've been playing. I really want to play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yeah.
Tsushima. Sushi Man.
Honestly, you brought that up the last week. We were talking about backlog games, and it made me want to play it again. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, legitimately, I want to run through it again. It's so good.
Well, not only in Final Fantasy 14, I'm leveling up my samurais because I'm kind of like I should probably play Ghost of Tsushima. I don't own it, and I don't want to drop $60 for right now. But it is really good, and I probably would really enjoy it, and would probably go for a platinum if I was going to play through it.
It's a
Just
fun
because
class.
it's gonna, I can already tell it's gonna be one of those games that I'm gonna enjoy. I just have to like convince myself to put down the dollar bills to pick it up, but I probably will. Probably
It's-
before we do this podcast again, I'll have it.
yeah. If you jump
I'm on the fence, and it's really like more of like it's a matter of time kind of thing.
Right.
yeah. If you jump into it, and you totally should, it's probably got one of the best like after launch added in multiplayers I've ever played. Like it's so much fun, and the fact that it was free because like the original core game was of course just based on the story, and then they added on Ghost of Tsushima Legends like months after launch, and I was just like, this is free. I would have paid for this like hands down. But yeah, so I would totally jump back into that at any point as well.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll probably pick it up. But right now I'm just playing Final Fantasy 14, just leveling up my samurai and doing a bunch of other stuff before Endwalker comes out at some point in time this year.
I think it's
I
in
don't
the
know.
fall.
Okay, cool. It gives me time to do other things I want to do in the game.
Yeah.
So that's all I've been playing. What I've been watching besides more Kombat and Falcon. I'm still listening / watching the Critical Role because it's forever long. I think I did the math, and if I was watching nonstop, just episode after episode after episode, it would take me like 16 days to get through campaign 1 where I'm at right now.
I say
And that's if I was just doing nothing else, not sleeping, not working, not nothing, but just watching Critical Role.
I went through it recently, and I want to say it took me about a month to go through campaign 1, but I was like, basically that's all I did. Like I just like I didn't feel like playing anything, so I just watched like 2 or 3
Cool.
episodes a day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm trying to watch like at least an episode a day or episode or 2 every day,
Yeah.
depending on how much free time I have. But in between, because going from episode to episode, it can be a lot, especially if you're watching back to back so many days in a row. I'm only like 3 episodes in, I started to pepper in some Demon Slayer in there, just because
Hey,
that's all anybody is ever talking about right now. Are in, if you have any anime friends, is Demon Slayer, because the movie just came out, which I'm trying to kind of power watch, like binge the series so I can watch the movie before it leaves theaters, because I don't know how I'm going to find it if it leaves theaters, because the same thing happened with um My Hero. Once the movie left the theater, I couldn't find it anywhere until it showed up like almost a year later on the PlayStation Store. So,
yeah. Apparently, right now they have plans to bring it to like anime streaming platforms at the end of June. If you
okay,
if you
Oh,
do
well, that's
want
good to know in case I don't get,
them.
because I'm trying, but like I'm also trying to play Final Fantasy, and then throw in work and me trying to go out and lose weight and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of time to fit it in there, but I'm trying to. And the good thing about playing Final Fantasy 14, and one of the reasons I love it, is I can do other things while I play it.
Mhm.
So it's kind of how I watched the first 3 episodes. Is I was playing 14. I was like, well, I got nothing going on. I might as well put an episode or two on and see what it's about. So I don't know much about the show because I'm only like 3 episodes in. I know you have watched it, Christian.
Yeah, no, I had. It's been a bit. I watched it as it was coming out when it was subbed, and then I went back through recently and watched it dubbed. I mean, of course, there's people out there that would just swear off one or the other, but like I think they were both fine. So whichever you prefer to watch, dub or sub, is both
I
good.
watched dubbed, um, because yeah, I'm like
Uh,
that
and
guy.
then
I
I
watched
tried,
Dragon Ball Super subbed because I was impatient. That was
yeah,
the only reason I did it.
theater. So thanks to you, Tim, on that front. But since I had troubles getting seats because I guess like all the theaters, the space seating, and so there were limited showings of the Demon Slayer movie anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually had to go through and buy tickets for next weekend. So like I think it's May 1st.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that it's going to be around for a little bit longer. Maybe I'll get a chance to go see it if I feel comfortable enough doing so. We'll see.
it
I don't
seems to
know. I'm going to
be
be bulletproof on Wednesday, so.
seems to be doing well, and theaters usually keep those types of movies longer if they're doing well. Like Broly was in theaters for about a month or two because it was doing so well. So
Oh well, I didn't realize it was in there for that long.
at least a month. And usually anime
We
movies
had
are
Broly
only.
forever, but Broly was okay. I like Broly.
I loved it, but I'm a fanboy, so
I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I never saw the original one, and Broly's such a, like, and that, and like Broly was already kind of like sort of introduced into Dragon Ball Super with Kefla.
I will
yeah,
say
kinda.
two
Kefla.
things that two things that are really interesting about this Demon Slayer movie is one, the Demon Slayer has only been out for a season. I
Yeah,
do not know of any other anime that has been out for one season that already have a freaking movie.
yeah.
Two, I also most of the time when animes come out with movies, they're not canon. Like I
God,
mean, like they are, but
Like
like they're
Dragon
like
Ball.
a side plot that doesn't matter. And this is actually like picks up right after the first season and like carries you into the second season.
yeah, which is why I want to watch it, because like it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is important, integral to like the actual overall story arc. So I kind of need to
That's
see it if I'm
probably
getting
why it's coming to the anime services.
yeah.
Um, that's
But
cool.
yeah, that's what I've been playing and watching. What about you, Cody?
I haven't been watching Demon Slayer because I have I don't even know if I don't even know what to call it. It's like the hipster in me or something. When people constantly talk about something and tell me I should watch something, it makes me want to watch it less and less.
Yeah, kind of like how you wanted me to watch The Walking Dead forever.
Yeah, that's why with Critical Role I just peppered it in there every now and then.
It was pretty heavy-handed pepper.
That was a joke.
Was not that was some heavy peppering,
That
man.
was a joke. No, it depends on what it is. Like, if it's something that's like genuinely up my alley, it doesn't matter what people are saying. Like, you know, let's say I'd never seen the Fast and Furious movies, and people were like, "You gotta watch it, you gotta watch, you gotta watch it." But if I had watched a trailer, I'd be like, "I'm gonna watch it." You know what I mean?
It's Demon Slayer. What's not
It's
in your?
it's anime, and I have like
You like anime?
I do.
You're an animation major.
I love anime, but I'm very picky about anime
Okay.
because people have suggested some really bad animes to me, and I've been like, oh sure, I love anime, I'll watch that, and then been like, no.
No, well,
And so like I got real jaded over the years. So when people are like, you gotta watch this, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
I mean, not to like coerce you or anything. Let me just put this as a point, but I know people that love anime that can't stop talking about Demon Slayer. Then I know people that don't love anime and that don't watch anime that also love Demon Slayer. So
Yeah.
It's on my list. I added it to my Netflix queue yesterday or the day before.
I say I can't tell you how good the show is. I'm only 3 episodes in. I can't form an opinion, but
no, I'll definitely watch it. It's definitely on my list of things to watch, but I do have, and it's weird. Usually I don't have a backlog of like TV movie entertainment, but when it comes to Netflix, for some reason I do. Like half the stuff on my list I haven't watched.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
You know, and I don't really know what it is about Netflix, because like I just haven't touched Netflix in forever. Like I use it for like stand-up comedy, and that's about it.
Yeah. Like I need to watch second season of Umbrella Academy.
It was okay. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't really been watching much of anything, except for current Critical Role, and obviously Mortal Kombat and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and playing. Yeah, I've just been back into 14. I don't know how many times we told each other that we were done with this game.
I don't think I'll ever truly be done with it.
I don't. Well, obviously, neither one of us have, but I know that I've personally said I'm never getting back into this game. I'm done playing it.
I don't know. It's just for me, and this is saying earlier, like it's just something I can do. Like I can just pick up and play.
Oh,
it's a game I can just play
without doubt.
I don't have to really even focus much. I can just play, and sometimes that's what I want to do is just have a game where I can just play. And you know, when you have a game that's linear in story, like you can't just always pick up and play. So
no, it's a game that you can quite literally, for the most part, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Like I said, you can literally do other things while you're playing it. You don't have to focus on one thing. So if I can scratch my itch for playing video games while simultaneously watching Critical Role or Demon Slayer, or if I'm queuing up as DPS, I can read because there's going to be
I was going to say, if you're
30 minutes.
You could take a nap. Like
you could do the dishes. You could clean your house. Take the dog for a walk.
Man, it's gonna be different though.
Still waiting.
I'll tell you what though, it's gonna be the time and a half to be a DPS when Endwalker drops.
Why?
Because of Sage. Everyone and their mother is gonna be playing Sage.
I know.
It's gonna be so oversaturated with healers.
I saw everyone talking about it yesterday, and I was like, "Y'all are gonna ruin my queue times."
Yeah, no, the
healer
queue times are dead.
The healer pops are quicker than tank pops.
Yeah. No,
and that's gonna be
a
thing of the past.
Healer queues are gonna be worse than DPS queues are now.
We'll see. A lot of people still don't like playing healer.
Yeah, but a DPS healer?
We'll see. We'll see.
With Gundam fangs that float behind you, like, come on.
Sage does look pretty cool.
Even I want to play it, and I don't like healing. All
we'll
right.
See.
Anyway, let's move on to What the Falcon. Again, as always, spoilers. If you haven't watched it, if you're crazy and, will go berserk if you hear a spoiler, turn it off now. Just shut it off. Come back later. Watch it.
Have you watched it yet?
I've watched it. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Christian?
Have people listen to this watched it?
I have watched it.
Okay. If you haven't watched it, if when we ask you the question, have you watched it? And your answer
you ask me if
isn't one of those things.
Spoiler alert, and then I was just like, I haven't watched it, and I just left.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey man.
I mean, 2 episodes ago, I hadn't legitimately watched the episode, and I just let you guys spoil it for me, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, but this is the finale.
Yeah.
It was the finale. So that being said, right out of the gate, Sam's got a new Captain America suit. They wasted
Yeah,
no
Sam's
time.
Captain America. They said that off like the first 5 minutes
Yep.
of the show.
They
It
wasted
was like,
no
yeah, he's
time.
Captain America now.
They were like, "Hey, I know you were curious about what's in the box. Here it is. He's Captain America."
What's in the box? Yeah, it's Captain America outfit.
Yeah.
Also, it has wings.
Yeah, it's got the
So-
vibranium wings.
Captain America can fly now.
Yeah, which is great. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I think the suit looks cool, except saw this thing that was like, yeah, it covers his whole entire body except the top of his head where his brain is at.
Yeah. I didn't understand the weird bald cowl.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know
to be fair, I don't think the Falcon had like a covering on top of his head at all.
It's-
So,
He just had like goggles.
it's.
yeah. So it's like play on his actual regular suit. So.
I looked it up, and it's comic accurate.
Okay.
That is what his suit looks like in the comic books. Well, not quite the color variation or exact design,
Yeah,
but the overall look.
For the most part,
yeah.
it's the overall feeling is it's the same.
Yeah. So whatever. I will say my one biggest gripe, not to like glaze over the whole episode though, was at the very end when instead of saying Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it said Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It should have said Captain America and the White Wolf.
Yeah, because like wasn't the whole story arc for Bucky is that he's not the Winter Soldier
Mhm.
anymore? And then they're just kind of like, yeah, he's still the Winter Soldier though, right?
Yeah,
And
it
like,
was like, how are you gonna not give Bucky any kind of like growth, acknowledge any of his growth, and in that show? Because like it ends with him literally moving on and getting past his crap,
hmm
and then they were just like, yeah, no, he's still the Winter Soldier.
yeah, they did Bucky kind of dirty. Like the whole sixth story arc was about him getting over the fact that he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. And in fact, the first time you meet Bucky in the first scene when he's with that one chick, he was like, "I'm not the Winter Soldier anymore." Like it's the
Yeah.
first lines he's ever saying in the show.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it was like, yeah, he's still the Winter Soldier though.
Yeah, no, he's the Winter Soldier.
It's almost like we don't really know what to call him, so he's still the Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
even though in the show they
They could have just called
he-
Captain America and Bucky, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
that's cool.
but he referred to himself as the White Wolf.
That's true, yeah.
Because, like, Sam made a joke. He's like, what are you, the White Panther? And he was like, it's White Wolf, actually. And I'm like, oh, sweet. They're actually going to acknowledge this. And then he's just typecast, Winter Soldier.
So I don't know how you guys felt, but I thought the pacing for not only this finale episode, but even the one prior, just like all of it combined, was extremely off.
A little
Like,
bit.
Weird.
The opening,
really intense.
Yeah.
yeah, like the opening part of this episode, I kind of felt like belonged at the end, and what was at the end kind of, well, not the totally end, but you know what I mean. Like it's like usually like it's either ends with like a big battle or like there's a big battle and then there's like a little bit of like closure scenes.
Mm-hmm.
This, I think, like, this episode in particular, to what you're saying, is like, at least for me, it was like, it was really intense, and then it felt like it was going to slow down for a second. And you're like, okay, maybe things are going to calm down, and then we're going to get some. Nope, here we go. It's ramping up again for no reason, and it was just like this weird like student driver effect where they're just like pumping the brakes, and the car's just jerking around. Like that's the pacing it felt like for me, until the end, and then it was just like golf cart. It was just slow cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the finale, the ending scenes are always kind of slow because they tie things up and set things up for what they're going to do going forward.
Sure.
But like, there was like, okay, so it starts off right where it ends, where like, when the last episode ends, where like the GCR people or GRC, whatever, are taken hostage, and then, Captain America shows up. And he's like, well, Sam shows up and is like, hey, you're the Falcon. And he's like, no, I'm Captain America.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool, fine. They finally admitted that he's going to be Captain America now. It's no more conjecture of like, well, you're not really Captain America. No, he's Captain America now.
Yeah. It happens twice in the episode.
Yeah. And though even everybody was like restricted and contained in this one area, for some reason, they all evacuated.
Yeah, they all made it out of the building, and
Didn't make a lot of sense to me, but
Nope.
okay. But they all got put into like these armored vehicles.
Yeah, not even
And
like
I thought they put like a bomb on the doors. Did you guys think it was a bomb? I thought it was a bomb. They're putting.
I thought
they're
it
gonna
was a
blow up bunch
bomb
of
until the
people.
second one went on.
And then I was like, okay, so they just put like extra restraint. Like they're already locked in this car, but whatever. Okay, fine. And then they all go off. Sam easily dispatches against the dude that wants to kill him in that building. It doesn't take much effort for him to do so. I mean, they fight a little bit, but like, and then yeah, there's a helicopter chase scene, and then Bucky
That
saves
was
the
awesome.
The helicopter thing was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Red Wing's back. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sam's throwing the shield around, which bounces back to him, even though he's flying, which is weird to me. But
yeah, no physics. I feel like when it comes to that shield, man, physics be damned. Like it just doesn't matter. Like
aren't a thing really, because it was bouncing back to him as he was flying. I was like, "You're going pretty fast."
I feel like not only was like when he threw it at the chopper, for instance, like the chopper is moving at speed in one direction. Sam is flying almost like parallel to it towards it. So like, I don't know how that works. Like he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's going this way. He's coming this way, but like he's not losing ground.
Yeah.
And then he flips, like he stops like his propulsion, flips and throws the shield. And I feel like it would have missed. Like it would have just like the chopper just would have.
Well, I mean,
you know?
we were talking about the superhero show, so I guess we got to like suspend reality for a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine. But then yeah, it bounces back in midair. And
the thing I was going to talk about is that like while Bucky is attempting to save these people, dumbass John Walker shows up.
Yeah, but then sort of redeems
and then like
himself.
He's a good guy now?
Yeah, I was like, it started off like he was gonna like just murder.
I was like,
Carly.
okay, cool. John Walker and Bucky are gonna fight. They're gonna have this out again.
Yeah.
And then he just started kind of helping.
As soon as he saw the truck start to go off, he was like, "Wait a second, I'm a good guy." And then he went and like tried to grab the truck. Like I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess he's a good guy now again."
And then, sorry if you wanted to say something, Christian. I know I'm just kind of going off on a tangent here.
You're good. I was just gonna say, like, so the mantle he takes up at the end, which U.S.
agent.
Yeah.
That's also accurate to the comic,
right? Like, he's not necessarily like the quote for quote bad guy. It's just that he still wants to have kind of a title similar-esque to Captain America, since that's been stripped away from him, and he still wants to do good, but he just doesn't want to be restrained and told what to do anymore.
Yeah. He's an anti-hero.
So there's Bucky, and there's John Walker, U.S. agent, and then there's Sam as Captain America. Now, I know that the show in this whole episode has been building to Sam being Captain America, but Sam's a human person. He's not a super soldier. Bucky and John Walker are super soldiers. They can do incredible things and have incredible strength, and have been doing incredible things with incredible strength this whole entire show. But for some reason, they can't together hold an armored car up, but Sam pushes it back up.
Well, John Walker grabbed the truck, and then I think Bucky tried to help, but they were getting jumped by like 4 people.
Yes, it was just kind of like, all right, I get that he has a jetpack on him. Like I said, this whole show is building up to like, his inevitable rise as Captain America. I mean, the first Black Captain America and all that stuff. I get that, but I was just kind of like, those two are super soldiers.
Well, the way I justified it in my brain, because it also kind of like stopped working momentarily, was they got jumped while they were trying to save the truck by like 4 other super soldiers.
Yeah.
Like if it had just been regular dudes trying to like hold them off, like I think I would have had issue. But other super soldiers interfered. So fine, they couldn't hold on to the truck. I'll give them that. With Sam, even if the jetpack is like super powerful and has a lot of push, it's still his body holding the thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a vehicle. And I only say this because Sam makes a point later on, which I'm sure we'll get to in a second, that he doesn't have any superpowers.
Yeah.
Like he specifically says Like, dude, you just saved a truck, like
Hear,
an armored vehicle,
hear
and you
me
said
out.
like 3 minutes later, just like I don't have any superpowers.
Hear me out. In Black Panther, uh, throughout the Wakandan, anytime it's mentioned, they talk about vibranium
Mm-hmm.
and how it's literally weaved into the clothing that they wear.
Yeah,
The suit
that's
was
Wakanda's
made in
enriched with it.
Wakanda.
That's why Wakanda's so ahead of time because they're enriched with
Right.
it.
His suit is made of vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clearly stronger.
I guess.
You know,
Does it make you stronger? Or
no,
is it
but
just
I think it's
stronger?
like, if you think about it this way, it's the equivalent of like, if you took a steel rod, if you took a steel rod and strapped it to your arm, right?
Yeah.
And you were to push on something, it wouldn't compress your arm in because the steel rod's there, and all the pressure's on the rod.
Okay, but like,
But it would push you back, right? But I'm just saying the whole thing is
if I'm
hyper
wearing
strong.
a suit of armor and you throw a rock at me, that's not going to hurt me. But I can't then punch a rock and break it into pieces. It doesn't make me stronger.
No. But I'm saying what happened was the suit prevented him from getting crushed.
But
he didn't. He didn't. He
back up with his own strength.
He never lifted it. Like his arms never. He's literally.
He stopped it. It was falling.
Yeah.
And he stopped it.
He stopped it with the jetpack.
Falling.
Yeah. It hit.
It had force building behind it.
I hope you guys are entertained. Anyway, it hit the truck hit the vibranium suit. Because, like you said, the only things not covered are his like chin and the top of his head.
Yeah.
So it hit a metal thing. For all intents and purposes, it hit solid metal. And then the jetpack did all the lifting. And then he released.
He was like grunting, like he was like. Argh!
Well, yeah, it's a truck. Anyway. Okay, but I'm saying he never physically like lifted it away from his body. The two little red wing birds came out and latched on, and then with the jetpack and those things, he pushed it with his body until it was up. He never like deadlifted the truck, is what I'm saying. It didn't make him any stronger, it just didn't kill him.
I guess. Anyway, he saves the truck.
Yeah, he saves the truck.
And then he goes and fights Carly.
Yeah.
It's him, and then, well, before he shows up, this is where it kind of slows down a little bit because there's this hide and seek that's happening. And Sharon Carter is also there, and she confronts Carly.
Yep.
And it's revealed, which I guess this was a huge tell throughout the whole entire show. I didn't pick up on it. I thought this was news to me that Sharon Carter is the power broker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the
Me neither.
the character, so I couldn't.
So Sharon Carter is apparently like a triple agent.
Yeah.
Anyway, anybody that knows that then immediately gets murdered.
Yeah.
So, because Carly dies,
which is great for her.
Carly dies.
Yeah.
Even though Sam tries to prevent it, Carly dies.
Yeah. Also, not.
And it's sad for some reason. Like she blew people up. I'm not sad that she died.
Yeah, I think for Sam, and like the reason he was sad is like the whole, obviously they tried to really harp on like racial injustice and refugees and the way people are, humanity in general, really how people are treated. So I feel like it was just like he sympathized with her.
Yeah,
it was trying to redeem her, and then she dies. So,
well, then she dies, and then Sam has a very long 5 to 8 minute speech about a lot of things that are good things to talk about. I'm not
very political.
Very political, very on the nose.
Yeah. All about irrelevant stuff too. Obviously, we're still having immigration issues now. And real life,
like diversity and immigration, and that we're all one people, and things that need to be said on a scale like this. I'm not downplaying it at all. I want to make this very clear. It's just in the context of everything that was kind of happening. just kind of came out of the blue, where like he was just like, I'm gonna go on this speech, and it's like,
It
it's cool. Those
it
things you need
felt
to hear.
kind of forced.
Yeah, but I don't know where else you're gonna put it in the episode either. So where it was at was probably the best place for it. But it's very moving and very inspirational, and I don't really like my superhero kind of things, because I want to be taken out of reality when I'm watching those kind of things, to have those kind of things in it. But for what the show was based about, which is a black man taking on the role of Captain America, I felt it was really well done.
Yeah.
And kind of needed to be in there.
Just a little additive in here. What I thought was interesting is when Sam goes back to visit with Isaiah Bradley and have the conversation of like, tell me exactly like what happened. And they kind of go a little bit further into, how he was out on a mission. His fellow like teammates got captured. They told him that not to do anything. I guess they were gonna like bomb the camp and just get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
And kill the soldiers.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I'm not doing that. And so he broke out of the campmen or whatever they were in and went and rescued them and brought them back. And as punishment, instead of rewarding for that, he got put in prison, tested on for years.
Yeah.
But what I didn't think about or realize until like hours after I watched that, I was like, that's the exact same thing that happened in Captain America, the First Avenger. He broke out of camp
to save Bucky.
and went rogue and saved Bucky and saved his whole, troop and brought them back. And he got rewarded for it. And instead, Isaiah got punished for it.
I think that was intentional, obviously. I mean, talking about racial injustice all throughout the show.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, because I knew of Isaiah Bradley, because we have a mutual friend that was really into Captain America, and we read all the comic books, and I'm pretty sure technically Isaiah Bradley was the first Captain America, but was given the credit for it.
Yeah.
So.
And that's why,
like even before Steve Rogers, I think.
Yeah, he was before.
I thought
Steve
that
Rogers.
the whole point of Isaiah Bradley was that they were experimenting on him, trying to replicate what they used on.
Well, maybe not necessarily. Like Steve Rogers might have been the first Captain America
in this print. Universe.
Like,
yeah,
in the universe, Isaiah Bradley came first. He just wasn't credited.
Yeah, in the comic book
so
universe,
like timeline-wise, Isaiah Bradley came first.
Yeah,
and then it was Steve Rogers.
Yeah, but in this universe, that the MCU, it was Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
They
okay, so you're talking about in the comic books.
Yeah, in the comic books, Isaiah was first.
So I'm pretty sure, and in the comic books, Isaiah Bradley was the first.
And
Captain America.
When they were making,
I don't know. Now, read the comic books. Please don't at me.
When they were making and casting Captain America, they tapped Will Smith, and he said, "I don't think the world's ready for it, so no." Because Will Smith was supposed to be Isaiah Bradley.
Interesting.
So we ended up with Steve Rogers. But yeah, no, I think that was a subtle, because obviously, they didn't straight up say like, "Oh, that's what happened to Steve," but you know, nothing happened to him. But that was exactly, you're right. That's exactly what Steve did. He went against orders, broke out, and
Steve Rogers was never technically even really a soldier.
He got enlisted, technically.
I guess he was more of a propaganda person, though. Like Isaiah Bradley actually fought in the war.
Yeah. So, it's very, very interesting.
And apparently beat the holy piss out of the Winter Soldier at one point.
Yeah, I would really like to see a show where they explore that.
I would watch an Isaiah Bradley show.
Maybe Terry Crews can play him. Young Isaiah.
Heck yeah.
I'd be totally down for that.
Then from there they move on and kind of wrap things up. John Walker becomes the U.S. soldier, or U.S. agent rather.
Yeah.
They kind of play with the title. Like they don't officially don him with that title, but it's said, so it's adopted now.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell if he's gonna be bad or good going forward, because I don't know what that Contessa chick, what her alignment is.
I want to say that she's part of Leviathan, but I don't know enough about the backstory, so don't at me on that one. But
I'm pretty sure Christian said last week she's part of Leviathan, because you think you looked it up.
Yeah, I mean, of course they could always change things. Like
they could do whatever they want. But I think what's going to happen is, because he's a little insane, she's going to frame everything that she tells him to do as if it's for the good of the people. and that it's something that, Captain America can't do, which is why we need a U.S. agent kind of thing. And, you're going to have to get your hands dirty to make the world a better place. And then he's going to end up being a villain to some degree without seeing himself the villain.
Also, Baron Zemo finally kills all the super soldiers, at least in the Flag Smashers.
Sure did.
He blows them all up.
Sure did.
His butler blows them up. He's in jail.
Yeah. Also, not to harp on the truck thing too much, I'm surprised that bugged you and not the helicopter crashing into him when he was on the bridge.
I don't remember that.
He lands on the bridge with either a hostage or a baddie or something, but he lands on the bridge, sticks the wings out, and holds the shield above his head, and the helicopter literally bounces off of it.
But that's more in line with what I was saying. Like, if the rock was thrown at me, it wouldn't hurt me. I can't pick up a boulder wearing a suit of armor, but if you throw a boulder at me, it wouldn't hurt as much.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, but to that...
That verifies my argument.
But I feel like we're arguing the same point. Essentially what happened... happened was...
Move on.
The suit of armor had a rocket pack on it, so it didn't hurt the suit of armor, but the rocket pack lifted the boulder. That's all.
You're absolutely correct. Move on. Anyway, Bucky, they have a party. Everyone except Sam is Captain America, and then the show ends with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, which we alluded to earlier. Kind of is a finger to Bucky because his whole entire story arc was kind of ignored. And he tells the old Asian man that he killed his son, and the whole moment, building up to, they cut away. You don't see the reaction.
Yeah.
You assume it went positively. Hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, these little arguments, this is how we talk in real life, by the way. This is a little glimpse behind the curtain. It's kind of funny.
It's not really a glimpse. But yes.
A little peek.
Cody and I argue with each other all the time.
About stupid stuff.
This is how this podcast started.
This is true.
Anyway.
This is true.
Yeah, it's actually true.
This is very true.
That's 100% true.
All right.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, I just sit here and hum show tunes to myself until they stop.
Yeah, Christian
also what happens in real life.
Christian just looks at us and then tries to ignore the fact that me and Cody are arguing about things that don't even matter
at all.
Anyway.
Christian,
was Captain America.
Final thoughts?
I missed the first part of what you said. Just final thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, or the series.
What do you think is going to be next? Do you think they're going to do a movie, another show, season?
I think unless they're going to take the plot and the story that's been made up here and then further address that in like phase 4 movies in the MCU, there's definitely going to be a season 2. If they don't address anything like the Power Brook or all that like Madripoor stuff, which I'm pretty sure they will.
Oh, they will.
In future movies, then of course they kind of need to, because they set up a lot of stuff that was kind of unanswered. But yeah, I could see it going either way. I could see them, just like it being just a one-off and them finishing everything in the future on future movies. I could also see them just doing a season 2. I could much easier see them doing a season 2 of this than WandaVision. I do not think there's going to be a season 2 of WandaVision.
Personally, I don't think we're going to get a season 2. Mainly because it's called Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And he's now very clearly Captain America. I think we'll get Captain America 4. And it'll be starring Sam as, Cap.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to play off in later things. I don't think we're getting a second season. But the next show that comes out on Disney Plus is Loki, which I'm sure that we're going to low-key talk about it.
And that is what the segment is going to be called, everybody.
That's established.
This is legitimately how we do things. If you think that this is some well-oiled machine, you're wrong. Low-key gonna talk about it. I am literally typing that down so I don't forget it.
Yeah, it comes out on June 11th, so we have a little bit of time between now and then.
Boom.
But it's the next show I'm sure we'll talk about. I don't know what we're going to do to fill up time we've been talking about Captain America Winter Soldier, but we'll figure it out.
There's other shows. games.
Got some games coming out.
I got some games, yeah. If you haven't been
Metacritic stuff.
Yeah, we got Metacritic stuff coming out too. If you haven't been paying attention to our YouTube channel, you should. We've got some Resident Evil Village demo content on there. More. Yeah, okay. This comes out tomorrow, technically. So,
Yes.
if you pay attention, then next weekend we will have more Resident Evil 8 demo coming at you. The last two has been me playing. Hopefully, I can get Christian and Tim to play it.
You will.
Yep.
So.
Oh, real talk before we wrap up. What the Falcon here? There is a post credit or mid credit scene where Sharon Carter does get reinstated into the United States government,
and then immediately just starts calling.
And then immediately
people,
it's like, I'm still the power broker.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm going to sell all the secrets.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
weapons.
I'm selling all this stuff. Yeah,
I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy now.
100%.
Yeah, you thought I was good. I'm not. I'm bad. You should probably like John Walker more than me. I'm bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of the show.
That was a choice that they made.
Yeah, that was a hardcore choice. Like immediately, like within seconds. There's like, also, what's with everybody walking away from the people when they're talking to them still in that one room? That one guy is always saying stuff.
Yeah, they do not respect that senator at all. Every conversation, he's just talking, and they're like, "Yeah, well, I'm done. Bye."
I feel like he's talking. He's just like, and then everybody walking like, "Oh, they're gone."
Oh, I was done.
I didn't have 3 more pages. I'm done.
No, we're good.
Everybody, we can wrap it up. Oh, you're all leaving anyway? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll go to hell.
All right.
Anyway, that's the end of What the Falcon.
Yeah, let's move on to
to something we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, none of us watched the Oscars. I have the results. Can one of you potentially tally this for me as to who gets it right and wrong in terms of our points?
Who wants to do it? You want to do it, Christian? Want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
I just haven't tallied it. I made sure to mark all of the winners so I can see what I'm looking at.
So as
you
you
did poorly though.
As you go through, you want me to just like add like numbers to people's lists?
Just like your name, my name, Tim's name, and then just put a mark or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you now, you're not gonna have a lot to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it the way we did the first.
It's almost
episode.
like we didn't watch any of these movies.
It's crazy how it happened.
And went off based off of trailers, which was what I did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it the way we did the predictions. I'm just gonna start at the bottom of our ballot and work our way up to Best Picture.
Okay.
All right. I'm sure if you watched the Oscars, it was a spectacular event. And
do you even have an audience, or do they just do it like?
I think they did it live. I think this was like an actual live event.
Okay.
I think it was limited seating.
I don't know though, because I didn't watch it.
We should probably did some research.
Probably should have looked into it. Maybe watch the video. Whatever. Anyway, all right. Best visual effects. The winner was Tenet, and Tim got that correct.
Yeah. All right. That's my one.
Yep. Christian guessed Mulan, and I guessed Love and Monsters.
Starting off strong.
All right. So best sound. The winner was Sound of Metal, and me and Tim got that correct. Christian guessed Soul, and that was
wrong. Idiot. I was kidding.
Okay.
Jeez. All right. Best short live action.
I'm 2 for 2.
You are 2 for 2.
This is where it ends, though.
Funny enough, you're 3 for 3.
Hey!
The winner was Two Distant Strangers, and Tim was the one that guessed that. I guessed White Eye, and Christian guessed Feeling Through.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the people that didn't care.
Oh, man. All right. You're not 4 for 4.
No.
Best
ends soon.
Yeah, best animated short. One was If Anything Happens, I Love You, and Christian won. Tim guessed Tim guessed Yes People. I guessed Burrow. I've never heard of any of these, so
This was totally snubbed.
yeah.
It should have been whatever I guessed that I totally remember.
This is a load of BS. I have the best predictions. Anyway, not to get too far into that one. All right, best production design. Tim, make it a comeback with Mank.
Mank.
Mank won best production design. Me and Christian rather, both picked News of the World, and we're wrong. Oh.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to categories where we're all wrong here in a little bit.
And again, Tim, best original score. You got it. It was "Fight for You," Judas and the Black Messiah.
I'd like to thank my Oscar here. This is not an Aquafina bottle. This is my Oscar. Now go ahead.
Christian went with "Hear My Voice," The Trial of Chicago 7, and I picked Husavik, Eurovision Song Contest. That was not it. All right, and again, Tim.
No way, really?
And Christian for best original score.
Have I only missed one so far?
Yeah. The winner was Soul.
Hang on a sec. I thought before we started this, you said that nobody got more than like 4.
I thought so too.
I thought so too, but
I did really well in the categories that nobody cares about.
yeah, that was the other part of it. Like I marked through, and then some of the marks like I didn't quite see, but I can see them now because I zoomed in.
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
I want to say Tim's probably going to win this.
You think?
Just kind of glancing over now that I can actually see the colors. Yeah, I think Tim won. Anyway, I was the outlier and picked News of the World, but you and Tim both get a point for Soul on best original score. All right, best makeup and hairstyling. I get the point for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Hey.
Christian picked Hillbilly Elegy, and Tim picked Pinocchio.
Was it for best makeup?
Yeah, best makeup.
I guess Hillbilly Elegy. I could see that. Yeah, go ahead.
Best international film feature. Nobody gets a point.
We're all really versed in.
The movie that won was called Another Round. It's from Denmark.
What did we pick?
Let's see. Christian picked Collective, a Romanian film, and me and you both picked The Man Who Sold His Skin, Tunisia movie.
I know I picked that one.
So yeah, no points there. Also a no point category, best film editing. The winner was Sound of Metal. Tim, you picked No Man Land, and me and Christian both picked The Trial of Chicago 7. Another no pointer is the best documentary short. Colette was the winner. Let's see. Tim, you picked Do Not Split, and me and Christian both picked Hunger Ward.
Sure.
Best documentary feature. I get the point for My Octopus Teacher.
There you go.
Same.
Christian picked The Mole Agent, and Tim, you picked Crip Camp.
Sure did, didn't I?
You sure did. Best costume design. Nobody gets the point. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was the winner. We all picked Mulan. So
did Mulan win anything?
I don't think so. No.
We'll get there.
No. All right. Best cinematography. Tim gets the point for Mank.
I think I just picked it because I like the title of the name.
I picked
Mank.
News of the World, and Christian picked The Trial of Chicago 7. Best animated feature. We all picked Onward, and the winner was Soul.
I don't know why I skipped over Soul. Like looking back on it, I was like, I should have picked Soul. That was clearly going to be the winner.
with this one, I actually remember I went with the one that I wanted to win.
Yeah, that was what
Not
I
so much
did.
the one that would win.
Which is probably what I did too. Which you should never do.
Yeah, you shouldn't, but it is what it is. Best Supporting Actress. It's a no-pointer. Let's see. Me and Christian both picked Maria Baklava. I'm butchering these names, I'm sure. Tim picked Olivia Colman, and the winner,
It's from Minari, right?
Yu Jung Yoon. I don't know how to say that.
Please forgive us.
Please, for the love of God, forgive us. But that's a no-pointer. Best Actress, also a no-pointer. The winner is Frances McDormand. We all picked Carey Mulligan.
Yeah. Justice for Sally Sparrow.
So, all right.
Just kidding.
Another no-pointer was Best Supporting Actor. Me and Christian picked Sacha Baron Cohen. Tim picked Leslie Odom Jr. The winner was Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh yeah, he was in Black Panther, I think.
For Judas and the Black Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Best Actor. Can you guess it? It was a no-pointer.
Yeah, well, this is really upsetting.
Yeah,
Why?
I think
go ahead and say who the winner was.
Well, it was Anthony Hopkins. We
Yeah.
all picked Chadwick Boseman, and
I think maybe we're just too fascinated with the whole posthumous award thing.
maybe, but the popular opinion is that he got snubbed
I would agree.
for that
I would
Oscar.
agree.
I
would 100% agree, but I think again, it could be one of those things where, like, he was such a beloved character, and we want him to get an award.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, so I don't know how well he did in the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Anthony Hopkins already had an Academy Award, so
It is what it is.
yeah, you win multiple ones. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
Personally, I think it should have been Chadwick Boseman.
I do too. All right. Best Original Screenplay. No pointer. We all picked The Trial of the Chicago 7. I'm pretty sure.
I think Christian sold us on
I was
that
really
one.
about to say, I'm pretty sure Christian talked us into that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he sold us on that.
To be fair, out of all these movies, I only saw like 3, and so that was the only one I was like, I could see it winning awards.
Well, the winner was Promising Young Woman. Best Adapted Screenplay. You guessed it. It was a no-pointer. We're all picked Borat, subsequent movie film. The winner was The Father.
Did we just pick that because it was Borat?
Probably. That's why I picked it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very nice.
You suck.
All right, Best Director. And again, a no-pointer. Christian picked Another Round, directed by Thomas Vinterberg. Or Vinterberg?
Sure.
I'm so sorry. Tim picked David Fincher for Mank. And I picked Emerald Fennell, sorry, for Promising Young Woman. But the winner was Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. Or Nomadland. I don't know. I can't.
I think it's Nomadland.
I think it's Nomadland.
You can't be mad there.
So whoever has the most points, probably Tim, is the winner because nobody got points for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Tim
Who
picked
was the winner?
Tim picked Judas and the Black Messiah. Me and you both picked Chicago 7. The winner was Nomadland.
All right. Well, that was something to behold. We should totally post this to some sort of movie critic lovers forum and watch them all freak out.
What was the final point category?
So we have the winner of the Sheer Dumb Luck Award. In third place is me with 2 points. Cody is in second place with 3 points, beat me by a point there.
Ooh.
And then Tim stealing the victory on us with 7 points.
I'd like to thank this is Aquafina bottles my Oscar. I'd like to thank the Academy for something. I
Something.
like to thank all the picks that I made based off of cool names that I think the Academy also went with when they were picking all those outlier categories, because that's the only way that I have this prestigious trophy, aka this empty Aquafina bottle that I've been drinking this whole entire podcast. I look forward to the DoorDash that you guys will be purchasing for me. Thank you.
Congrats, bud.
Also, save the bees. Get vaccinated. All right. Were we going to say something else after that? That was my speech. I'm done.
No.
Bravo to you.
Bravo.
I think you deserve a round of applause.
You deserve a round of applause and whatever KY jelly treat from 7-Eleven I order you, buddy.
Hey, I thought I got to pick.
Yeah, no, he does
It was
get
a
to
joke.
pick. Just don't go picking, I
It was a
don't know,
joke.
like flaming.
What I'll do is that I'll buy something for me, and then I'll tell you what the cost is. You can just Venmo me the difference between the two of you. You can split it.
Sounds good.
That's fine. Oh, man. Well.
So yeah.
With that, I'm sure the next Oscars we do will go so much smoother.
Maybe.
We'll totally
Hopefully.
watch the Oscars next time.
Hopefully, I'll watch the movies. Maybe. Yes, Cody shakes his head no.
Um,
We're not an Oscars kind of crowd,
Yeah.
though.
Look,
One
I
of us-
love movies. I
Movie
couldn't care less
snobs.
about the awards.
You care more about the MTV Movie Awards?
Really, what I care about is the
I thought you were
Nickelodeon
gonna say yeah.
Kids Choice Awards, as
Oh,
those
okay.
are the
Those are the ones that give the surfboard, yeah.
yeah. No, they give them
You
the
think you can
globe.
actually-
They give them the globe, unless it's changed, or the
What's
blimp
one that give 'em a-
rather.
what's the one that give them a
I
surfboard?
don't remember.
You think you can ride those? Like, there's an actual
doubt
surfboard they
it.
give you?
I doubt it. I know that no, the Kids Choice they give you the Nickelodeon blimp, and then they slime you, which is like, I mean, that's just fun, you know.
Yeah, it's just good old fashioned good times.
Yeah.
On an unrelated note, there's going to be a wrestling anime.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I tagged you in that. I was like, this is
Yeah.
up Tim's alley.
Yeah, I was like, well,
WWE and Crunchyroll are making an anime.
probably have to check that out. Cody, what's a random thought we're going to end this on?
Oh yeah, we need a random thought, don't we? Well, look,
You don't need one. I would like one. We talked about possums and pizza the last two times. Well, blending pizza.
all right.
Pizza.
Well, how about this? You guys ever just snack on a block of cheese?
No, I have not, and I think that's gross that you do that.
Look,
I think
I'm not.
Just
Open it up like a cotton candy bar and
I'm
just
not-
go hum nom nom nom.
I'm not
you
talking
buy
like.
the blocks of cheese from the store and you just open it up and eat it, right?
Yeah, I'm not talking about though like a block of cheese the size of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
No, I'm talking about like you get like one of those little bars, right?
Yeah, it's
Like the little sharp
literally
cheddar.
like the size like if you stacked like 3 or 4 candy bars on each other, it would be that.
You're supposed
that
to
size.
cut up and put on like
Okay, the
crackers.
question is the what you buy, is it bigger than like those little small tubes of string cheese?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then it's too big.
No, it's like 3 string cheese. It's like six string cheese
It's like
if you put 3
this-
and then put 3 on top of it.
It's like this wide
That's too big.
It's
and like this long.
that's an over exaggeration.
I know that
it's
doesn't help
really
anybody,
not.
but,
Like look at your phone, and if you took like 2 more and stacked them on top of yours, that's how thick and long the block of cheese is.
Okay, so when you do this, do you at least like have crackers with you that like
No.
No, I
there's
just
the
munch
cheese
on the
with?
cheese.
It's gross.
Drink anything with
Of
it? Or
course. You act like you've never snacked on like blocks of cheese
I've
or
had,
something.
Like, okay, I've had a string cheese, and then I've had like the American singles where you like unfold it and you pop that in your mouth.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah,
that, but
so
I've
I've
never
had-
had a hunk of cheese and been like, I'm just gonna put this in my face.
I've had strings of cheese before, and I made like like little like deli stacks on like crackers of like a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, and I've also just eaten straight up like little cubes of cheese. But I have never in my life just eaten a block of cheese.
Look, it's the same thing with less work.
I knew a kid in middle school that legitimately ate sticks of butter.
Yeah, that's not the same
that's
thing.
worse.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm talking
saying
about
that's worse.
some-
But like your cheese thing sounds normal compared to that. However, compared to most things, that's weird to me.
That's fine. The way I see it is I love sharp cheddar cheese, if I were to get the equivalent of that, if I were to cut that block of cheese up into cubes, I would have like normally like snack, like it's a snack amount of cheese cubes. Instead of going through all that work, I'm just going to eat the block.
You eat the whole block in a sitting?
Again, I'm not talking a massive block of cheese, guys. I'm talking like a Snickers bar, like 2 Snickers bars side by side. That's the amount of cheese. It is not that much cheese.
That's a lot of cheese.
It's not that much cheese.
How are you not backed up? That's a lot of cheese.
Because it's not that much cheese.
He corrects it with coffee. So he eats,
I don't. I hate coffee.
And he downs some coffee.
Oh, guys.
He sprinkles
Taco Bell fire sauce.
The next time,
instead of seasoning, he sprinkles laxative across the cheese.
I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get a block of cheese. I'm gonna put it next to him like a ruler, and post it so y'all understand that it's like we're talking like maybe 5 inches long of cheese by like 2 inches.
That's a lot of cheese, dude.
5 by 2 is not a lot.
I was gonna make it an inappropriate joke. I'm not gonna do it anymore. But that's a lot.
There
of
are
cheese.
candy bars bigger than that.
But that's a candy bar, dude.
It doesn't matter.
You know,
If you go to a cocktail party, or if you're
Toblerone of cheese,
it's not that. No, not even kind of that much. If you've ever eaten blocks of cheese as a snack, you've eaten the equivalent of what I eat.
I've never eaten a block of cheese as a snack.
No, I'm talking about the cubes.
Oh, okay.
You've eaten the amount of cheese in one sitting that I have. I just don't go through the trouble of chopping it up because it's just extra work for no reason.
So you eat the whole block in a sitting?
Not all the time. Like I might chop it in half and eat half of it.
Like with bite marks in it?
No, like I literally just said I might chop it in half, eat half of it, and have the other half another day.
So you are cutting it.
Not all the time. But if I'm like, I don't want to eat this whole thing right now, I will chop it. You brought this up.
You brought it up.
You told me to bring it up.
I said, and a random thought. You brought up eating cheese.
That's a random thought.
Whatever. That's it. That's it for today, guys. Cody, do the outro.
Look, it's pizza rolls and blenders is far weirder. That wraps up this week's episode of This Some Kind of Pie. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Thanks,
y'all got me flustered on the block of cheese.
Yeah, this man.
You got it. Read it.
Anyway, guys. Whoo. That's it for this week's episode of Some Kind of Podcast. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know if you think that eating a block of cheese is bizarre. I don't think it is, because it's not that much cheese. Anyway, if you'd like to reach out to us and let us know, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter at SKO Entertainers, or visit our website, www.skoentertainment.net. Also, check out our Twitch channel, Some Kind of Entertainment, where we do play games occasionally. We might stream Resident Evil. And finally, don't forget to join us next week, because even on the best of days, we all need some kind of entertainment.
Bye.
See you guys.
See ya.